If you're trying to build something online, let's be real, you're probably drowning in advice. But what if there was a single, clear blueprint to guide you for the next 3 years? Well, that's what we're breaking down today, the 1,000-day blueprint. It's a framework designed to help you cut through all that noise and build some real, sustainable wealth.
Does this sound at all familiar? You see a new opportunity, some new guaranteed way to make money, and you jump on it. Then, a week later, another one comes along, and you jump on that too. This constant chase, this is what people call shiny object syndrome. And honestly, it's the biggest killer of actual progress.
But what if you had a filter? Something to help you separate the real signal from all that noise. Well, that's the whole idea behind entrepreneur Dan Martell's framework. This guide isn't about finding the next hot thing. It's about committing to one solid path and actually seeing it through.
Okay, so the very first step in this blueprint is, you could argue, the most important one. It's all about knowing what to flat out ignore. Martell calls this the trash bucket, opportunities that are frankly just no longer viable.
To really get what to avoid, you first have to understand how much the game has changed. I mean, the rise of AI has been like a wrecking ball for so many old business models. Hustles that were actually decent a few years ago are now basically obsolete because AI can do them faster, cheaper, and a lot of times way better. So what's specifically in this trash bucket? Well, Martell points to things like crypto day trading, which is a super high-risk game where the odds are just stacked against you. He also includes multi-level marketing. We all know the deal there, right? Very few people at the top actually make money. And finally, something like basic data entry, a task that AI has pretty much completely automated at this point.
The crucial takeaway here is simple. Chasing these outdated paths is like trying to build a house on sand. You're going to spend a ton of energy, and you will have nothing to show for it in the end. So the first real step to building something that lasts is to just stop walking down these dead-end roads.
So, if we're avoiding all that trash, where should we focus our energy? Well, the second filter is all about the smart start, finding the opportunities that are perfectly built for the world we live in right now, this AI-driven world. And that brings us to the core opportunity today, AI-driven services. The mindset shift here is everything. You don't compete against AI, you use it as your co-pilot. You leverage it to deliver incredible value to your clients.
So what does that actually look like? Think about building and managing automated chatbots for local businesses so they don't have to deal with basic customer service. Or maybe using AI tools to help create amazing, high-end marketing content. In both of those cases, you're using technology to solve a real, expensive problem for somebody.
And this leads to a really critical shift in how you think. You have to stop selling your time. It is a game you just can't win. Instead, you have to sell results. Your client doesn't care if it took you 1 hour or 10 hours to build their chatbot. They care that it's now saving their team 20 hours a week. That is the value, and that is what you should be getting paid for.
All right, so once you've gotten good at delivering value and you have a stable income, the blueprint guides you to the final stage, building an empire. This is where you move beyond just earning a living and start generating real, long-term, lasting wealth.
The goal here just fundamentally changes. You're no longer just delivering a service, you're building an asset. This is about creating systems, brands, or software that make money for you even when you're not actively working on them. This is the real path to financial freedom. So how do you actually build this empire? Well, it comes down to 4 key pillars. Building software that solves a problem at a massive scale, growing a personal brand so you become an authority, creating systems so the business can run without you, and of course, developing the leadership skills to guide a team to success.
Now, you can have the best map in the world, but it's totally useless without one final, crucial ingredient. This is the golden rule that ties the entire 1,000-day blueprint together and makes it work.
1,000. That's the number. It's the absolute core of this entire philosophy. But what in the world does it mean?
And there it is, 1,000 days. That's about 3 years. Martell's core argument is that in our distraction-filled world, the ultimate competitive advantage is just unwavering focus. It's the discipline to pick one path and commit to it, through the good times and the bad, for at least 1,000 days.
And that brings us right back to where we started, doesn't it? The biggest enemy of the 1,000-day rule is that shiny object syndrome. Every time you jump to a new idea, you reset your 1,000-day clock right back to zero. You never build the momentum you need to do something truly big.
So the most important takeaway is this. Success doesn't come from finding some magical, perfect idea.
It comes from choosing a solid, viable path like an AI-driven service and then committing to it with relentless, perfect focus. The commitment is so much more important than the initial idea.
So you have the filter and you have the map. The only question left is the one you have to answer for yourself. Your 1,000 days, they start the moment you truly commit. So, what are you going to build?